self-service checkouts. I've always had a problem with these ever since they were introduced about 12, 13 years ago. I remember my first encounter was in Islington, around the back of King's Cross Station at Tesco's, at the southern end of the Caledonian Road. They basically tried to force people to use, there was like a mini express checkout system at the kiosk as you walk through the door, and then they installed half a dozen self-service checkouts. And I'm an old trade unionist at heart, when I was in the Inland Revenue I was a trade union rep and health and safety rep and all sorts, so I'm quite hardcore when it comes to stuff that takes people's humanity away and lifestyle. I would have been one of those sabots throwing the clogs into the work machines about 300 years ago. Except I would be too scared of throwing my clogs in. I'd sort of like support someone else throwing their clogs in. Anyway, the problem I've got with self-service checkouts isn't that they're taking jobs away, because hey, these things will happen. It always has. It's the fact that you're doing what the company that put the self-service checkouts in would normally pay someone to do. So therefore, if you're scanning your own items, at a rough estimate, most companies, 7% of overheads is for salaries. So since you're doing the job of an employee, then if you use the self-service checkouts, you should get a 7% discount, because they're not paying someone to scan those things in. And that's the issue I've got, because it isn't the fact they're taking jobs away, it's a wheeze for the company that uses self-service checkouts, because they're still selling you the goods, but they're not paying someone to take the money off you. You're giving the money yourself. And that's the big con, and that's the one that I think is wrong. So personally, I'd like to see all self-service checkouts gone, because most of the time they're no quicker. There have been tests on this, and most of the time, yeah, in an ideal world they are quicker. If you've used them before, you can be quite proficient, but then you get goods that need proof of ID, glue and knives and gas and things like that, and then it flags up an alarm. Yeah, you can scan it in, but then you can be waiting 2-3 minutes for someone to come over and swipe their barcode across the screen. I mean, if they're gonna give you self-service checkouts, there should be big sort of like restrictions about no knives, no glue, no restricted products, just so they are an express system, rather than you standing there looking like an idiot. I mean, alcohol, for instance, you take that through, you're waiting for someone to come over and swipe their, authorise it. So, self-service checkouts for the company sound like a good idea, but I reckon that even companies are getting a bit narked with the fact that they have to employ someone to manage the checkouts. They thought originally, when they put self-service checkouts in, that it would be a way of, they never say they have lost jobs, they've redeployed people. In the beginning, yes, when they first go in, yes, but after a while, due to natural wastage of staff, as people come and go, as they always do on supermarkets, people don't live there for years on the majority of occasions. Some do, but the majority of staff are short term. And so what self-service checkouts do, by the back door, is as people go, they don't need to recruit so many people. So yeah, you won't see the figures in anyone's end of year reports, because due to natural wastage, they just don't take the same number of staff on. I mean, you look at your local supermarket with self-service checkouts, you can have 10, 15 tills managed centrally by one member of staff. That would have been 15 members of staff before, and that's down to one. So you do the maths. Okay, that's it for now. Don't support your express checkouts. Don't support the self-service checkouts. Queue up, and if someone comes up and says, "Oh, we've got the express system," and you know, even on occasions, I've had people come up to me and say, "Oh, we've got self-service. Do you want to use that?" And I said, "No, I don't believe in self-service. I'll scan them in for you." So what's the point in self-service if you get a member of staff saying, "Oh, I'll scan them in for you"? Just employ another member of staff. It's simple. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Thank you for watching. Speak to you next time.